Hey, what's going on, American truckers? How's everybody out there doing today? Hope everybody's doing great, staying warm, staying safe. Let's talk about trucking myths, trucking lies, whatever you want to call them. There's a bunch of them out there. Man, I've heard all kinds of crap over the years. I don't know how many times I've heard the story about the plane landing on their trailer while they were going down the highway. It's a little bit of an old school thing, but it's been a couple years since I heard it. But there must have been a lot of trucks on the road that day because that plane landed on a bunch of them, because I've heard that story probably 20 times over the years. Anyway, excuse me, let's get right into it. I've heard some people think truckers are broke. I've heard some people think truckers have money. Kind of depends on what part of the country you're in and who you're talking to. Both statements are true. Depends on what company they work for. Depends on how long they've been driving. Depends on how well they manage their money. all those factors play a part in it. I can say for the most part, truck drivers are bad with money. I can tell that when I walk into a truck stop, going to use the bathroom, and I can see how many of them are buying something. Dude, if you're spending money in a truck stop, your money management skills suck. No offense, I'm just saying your money management skills suck. Everything in a truck stop is marked up. If you ever go to like the fast food restaurants they got in there, you'll notice their prices are higher than they are at the regular restaurant. Everything in a truck stop is marked up. We drive for a living. It don't take an extra 10 minutes to stop at Walmart, stop at a grocery store. They all get trucks, pull around back, pull off to the side somewhere. I don't ever have a problem stopping at Walmart and filling up my refrigerator. I stop at Walmart, fill up my refrigerator. I eat all week long on $60, and I eat good. I eat steaks and eggs, and man, I eat good. A lot of people, they say, well, I don't feel like making that after driving all day. It doesn't take that long. And a lot of it, like if I'm cooking in my crock pot, it's cooking while I'm driving. It's got latches on top to keep the lid on there so it don't spill. Sets between the seats. I'm driving down the road and my dinner's cooking. So that statement can be true or false depending upon who they work for, how they manage money. You know, if they work for some of the beginner companies, Western Express, CR England, Stevens Transport, Wiltrans, what's another one? There's a bunch, Trans Am. If they work for one of those companies, yeah, they're probably broke. Most of the other companies, they should be somewhere between 60 and 80,000 a year as a company driver. That's middle class. It's not upper class, not lower class, that's middle class. So yeah, truck drivers normally middle class, upper middle class, right in that area. What's another trucking lie? Oh, here's a good one. Truck drivers got girlfriends in every town. That is a lie. And that's a lie, and I'll tell you in a couple examples. Number one, that's a lie because most people think that. So if a driver was trying to have a hookup somewhere, he's going to have a hard time once they figure out he's a driver, because most people already think that. That's number one. Number two, if a driver is doing his job and he is out here working, he doesn't have time to do that. There's not enough time for it. You know, you think about it. Okay, good example. I pull into Yakima, Washington. I go pick up my load. I go scale it out. I stop, I take a 10-hour break. I go inside, I get a shower, and I grab something to eat. There goes an hour and a half of my 10-hour break. All right. Now I'm down to 8.5 hours. I go out to the truck, I wind down. I go to sleep. I get up. When I get up, it's time to go. I'll smoke a cigarette, grab something to drink, get woke up, turn that truck on, do my walk around, and I'm gone. There's no time. I mean, it's just not there. Not in dry box anyway. Maybe in reefer. Reefer I had more downtime. But in dry box for sure, there's just no time. It's not gonna happen. Not like that. So that is false. Lot lizards. Man, I ain't even gonna lie. I get tired of hearing about it. You know, I got this channel and I tell some lot lizard stories. Most of them are from way back in the day. Because to be truthful with you, lot lizards are just about extinct. They just about do not exist. And they haven't for a long time. And I'm gonna tell you why, because I was out here when it happened. In 2010, maybe 2011, right around in there, 2020 did a special on truck stops, drugs and prostitution. They featured several truck stops around the country. Oklahoma City, Ontario. Back then they were both TAs. You had TA East and TA West on there on McMillan Road there in Ontario. North Little Rock Petro. I want to say Gary, Indiana. And I'm not sure, but they did a few of them. It's been a few years since I've seen that episode. They basically exposed on camera prostitution and drugs within the truck stops. Truck stops got together and they said, whoa, we got to put a stop to this. It's making us look bad. All of the main lines, it was almost instantly. All of the main lines, TA, Flying J, Petro, Loves, started putting a halt to it. Like, one of the things they started doing was they put cops on a lot. Some of them put up cameras on a lot. Some of them started patrolling a lot themselves. I was out in TA West, and the cops actually raided that lot. And from what I understand, they did it several times. They raided it that night. They came back a couple nights later and raided it again. Plus, now out in TA West, you got 2 cops on the lot. You got one inside, one outside, all the time. And sometimes you got a drug dog walking that lot. And at the time when all this was happening and they started shutting it down and we didn't see lot lizards anymore, a lot of the drivers thought I was just temporary. It'll come back. Never came back. And then there for a while, for about a year, everybody was using Backpage. You know, I'd hear the drivers talking about Backpage. The feds confiscated that, shut it down. Well, when the feds confiscated that and shut it down, Craigslist started cleaning their stuff up. So it pretty much brought it all to a stop. It still exists. You know, there's guys that get on dating websites and stuff, and some prostitutes are on there. They'll find them that way. But a girl walking the lot, that don't exist anymore. Between me and you, I'm glad it don't exist anymore. I was tired of getting woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning from some girl knocking on my door asking if I want company. This shit gets old. I am so glad that crap is over with. Now, that's not to say 100% across the board you'll never see one. Because I do see them. But it's like, it'll be at a podunk truck stop in South Carolina, you know. Some off the wall, get them up. You know, it's rare. Like at this moment, I'm trying to think of the last time I saw a lot lizard. And I want to say the last time I saw one was in South Carolina at a podunk truck stop. And I think it was about 3 years ago. It may have been longer than that. But then again, I'm not looking for them. So I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I'm not too comfortable with putting a little piece of rubber between me and death. That don't make any sense. it also doesn't make any sense for me to pay for something that everybody's getting. You know, to me, that's pretty stupid. You know, but hey, to each their own. Whatever, if that's your thing, that's your thing. It ain't my business. But lot lizards being everywhere, that's false. And actually, the lot lizards' height, whenever they were really bad out here, would have been the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. More so in the 80s and 90s. So that's something that's kind of gone away. That's a trucking myth. Okay, doesn't exist anymore. Man, there's a bunch of them. That's probably the main ones that I hear a lot. Anyway, hit that like and subscribe button. I got some more things coming up, some more truck reviews. I'm kind of interested. I did one on a weird experience I had out here. Kind of a ghost thing or something. I don't believe in ghosts. I still don't. But I had a weird experience a while back, and I did a video about it. If anybody else has had some weird crap happen to them somewhere, parked somewhere, seen something that wasn't there or whatever, hit them comments up. Tell me about it. Like, no, I ain't the only one. Anyway, y'all stay safe and keep trucking.